Lost name, found doppelganger. They say everyone has a doppelganger somewhere, but what if mine lived in the past, and never left? I never paid much attention to the old family photo albums at my grandma's house until last weekend, when I found a faded picture of a little girl with my exact eyes, my crooked smile, even the same birthmark above her eyebrow. She wore a dress I'd never seen, standing stiffly next to relatives I barely recognized. When I pointed her out, my grandma frowned, insisting she didn't remember the girl's name or how she ended up in the family albums. The rest of the family just shrugged and changed the subject, but their eyes lingered on the photograph a bit too long. That night, I couldn't shake the image from my mind. I lay in bed, scrolling through the digital copies I'd snapped of the album, zooming in on her face, searching for a trick of the light or a smudge in the film. But every detail was unmistakably mine. Around 3 a.m., as the house creaked and the wind rattled the windows, I felt a chill at my feet. Half asleep, I glanced down, and saw her, the same girl from the photo, pale and silent, eyes wide with longing. She didn't speak at first, just stood there, fingers clenched around the hem of her dress. Then, in a voice thin as spider silk, she whispered, "You have my name." My mouth went dry. I tried to speak, but all that came out was a croak. She reached for me, and I flinched, noticing how her shadow stretched toward mine, desperate to touch. "I need it back," she pleaded, her words echoing in the hollow space between us. Suddenly, I remembered something from the edge of sleep, a name my parents nearly gave me but changed at the last minute, after a dream my mom said she'd rather forget. The girl's lips curled into a smile as I whispered it aloud. The room grew unbearably cold, and she stepped closer, her face flickering like an old film. The last thing I saw before I blacked out was her mouth moving in sync with mine, and when I woke, my reflection in the mirror didn't quite look like me anymore.